We're almost done.
Okay.
All right, so this water line, there's two things about the water. One, we want the water not to be super dirty, and it's actually the outside of the tube that's dirty.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot, so you don't want to like grab it.
Okay.
The other is the water line should be about level with this big round thing.
Okay.
Okay? So in this big round thing is a float.
Uh-huh.
And that float tells you when this needs to fill the radiator
Uh-huh.
full of water. So it'll call for it. Basically is an auto shut off. It's like you have animals, like horses, when they drink from the water thing and the float gets down and then it just automatically refills the trough.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of deal. Okay? So then what we need to do is we need to flush, and you can see somebody, I wonder if one of the maintenance guys is doing this, because I always empty the bucket and then I find water in the bucket. So I think he might be doing it, which is great, because the other thing I'm finding is that this water has always been here. If the water goes up further, that indicates that there is lots of water in the steam pipe, and that's when you start to get banging. So if there's water in the steam pipe, when the steam comes in, it collapses the hot steam, and that's what makes the banging, the really loud banging. So if you ever have that or you hear it, the problem is there's too much water in the system and you got to drain some of it. So typically every other week, depending on how cold and how cold it's been and how much the heat system's been running, either every week, every other week, I usually will drain water out of this to make sure that the float is not up towards the top, because that banging can actually damage your system.
Okay.
Okay? And I'll show you how to do that. So what you need to do, it's really hot water that comes out of here. So I'm going to back out so that none of us. So the first thing you do is you turn this blue lever perpendicular to the pipe. Perpendicular to the pipe is off, parallel to the pipe is open. Okay, so right now it's open, and I'm going to close it. So it's just a quarter turn. And then this yellow handle down here, you pull towards you. And it drains really gross looking water out. And you can see the water is bobbing up and down. See it? Drain it out. Okay. So you drain about half a bucket out. And you're just making sure that that float is free on the inside and that you don't have too much water in the system. So once you get about a half a bucket out, you close this valve back down, and then you slowly open this valve. And then you get some drips from above you. Actually, it used to come out right here, but I think it comes out down there now. And then the important things are close the blue, use the yellow to open and then close, and then you got to reopen this blue. If you don't do that, if we don't reopen it, you could burn out the boiler. Okay. So
That would be bad.
that would be